Hey there, everyone. Naomi Meredith here, and I am so excited for today's live today and what we are going to talk about. I am a former classroom teacher turned current K through 5 STEM teacher, and I love helping teachers navigate STEM and technology in their classrooms. So let's get started for the holiday gifts that you should be keeping an eye out for your classroom and maybe for your own kids. I know that there are some deals coming up, so I'm going to suggest to you some awesome things to keep an eye out for, and you might actually get a really good deal on them. And these are things that I know that my students have loved. They've told me about them and things I've also used in the classroom. So it's not just something cheesy you're never going to use again, or it's not just holiday themed. So these are some great investments for your classroom, whether you do teach STEM or you are a classroom teacher. So let's get started with these ideas. I'm so excited to share these with you today. We're going to go through each letter of STEM, and then that will help you remember what we have talked about. And at the end, I'll show you where you can find all the links to all of these awesome things. So the first one, our science holiday gift to keep an eye out for, is this rock polisher. This one is made by National Geographic, but there are many other kinds. I like this one because it does have all the different types of rocks that students can polish, but not only can they polish the stones, they can also identify them as well. So they're given some tools to help identify. So they can do the scratch test, they can use the magnifying glass, and it's cool because most kids don't know that the rocks and minerals that we see in jewelry or in decorations are from real life, and they're from nature, so they look one way before they are polished and nice and neat. So the kids can see that transformation and really take on the role of that type of scientist and how those rocks and minerals are used in our lives. So they're really going to love this one. This would be a great station to have in your classroom. Or if you are virtual right now, you could still get this, and then maybe you have like 5 rocks that you guys are going to test as a class, 5 minerals, and then they can take their guesses. You could have them write down their observations of what you show them in the camera, and then you can show them how the rock is being polished through that process and do that whole identification. So you can still do this in person, of course, but then virtually think about those ways that you can be creative, and there are so many minerals to choose from that you'll learn a ton. The next one, our T for technology, is the Osmo. Now there is an Osmo for Kindle and there is for iPad, so just be careful which one you buy. Again, this is something that you can use over and over again, which I really look for in STEM materials. Of course, I love makerspace and things that you can use maybe one time, but also I always look for things if it is a bigger purchase, how can it be used over and over again in lots of different ways. So the Osmo, if you can see in the picture, it's this little attachment that goes on top of your iPad or Kindle, depending on which version you get, and then it has a stand. And so it's super cool because whatever the kids do in real life with the tools that it comes with, it connects to the screen. So this is the Genius Kit. I like the variety of the tools in this one, but what is super awesome, like for spelling, for example, they move the little tiles, and then if they're spelling a word, and then the Osmo will talk to them and show them if their word is right or wrong. There's also tangram pieces, there are math pieces. Again, this is a great station. I bought 6 for my classroom to be a station. I don't always feel like you have to buy one for every kid. So this is something that the kids can rotate through, and you can also clean them in between. So this is amazing, a way to be interacting with technology, not just being passive, but the kids are creating and not even just staring at the screen the whole time. They are using hands-on learning to interact with the screen. So there are lots of different kits. Like I said, this is the Genius Kit. I liked that one the best for all the things, but you can check out all the different kinds because they're super fun, and I love that interactive piece. All right, of course, E for engineering, and if you're keeping track with STEM behind me or to the side, that's how you spell STEM. These are like Kiva Blocks. These are like Kiva Blocks, but these are some wooden bricks, and just the size and the weight of them, they're capable of so much. So you see in the picture, it is a train. You do not have to build a train. They do come with different ideas that you can build with these blocks. You don't glue them together. It's just the size and the weight of them. Like I said, they are capable of building lots of different things, and they're also really sturdy. When we are doing free building, I pull these out all the time in my classroom, and they just go a long way. I've bought quite a few sets. And also when I have specific STEM challenges, these are great to add in. And of course you can use them again and again. So these are awesome to have in your classroom. Buy a couple sets so you have a lot of them. But it's just great because they are one color, so then the kids have to think of the world in new ways, and they work really well with other materials, like I said. So I might use Legos in with these, or other little pieces that I find in the dollar section that the kids can add on top. So I love these blocks so much in my classroom. M for math is our next holiday gift. You might have some of these in your classroom, but if not, this is a great time to invest in them. But these are different pattern blocks and shapes. But what I liked about this set is it does give students some building guides to refer to, a lot like tangrams. It's not tangrams, which I do also suggest to get tangrams for your classroom, but they have lots of different colors. So again, that hands-on building, and kids can see how 2D shapes can create bigger designs. The cards with these are really awesome, but also I like to use the cards from, again, Dollar Tree or the Dollar Spot at Target. And it's like those little real life pictures. Like, for example, I've gotten some about insects or animals or space, and I'll set those cards out and the kids have to try to build them with the pattern blocks. So again, there's lots of possibilities. You can definitely add more math into this if you're using this in the classroom. So kids can build the design on the card. They can count how many of each shape was used, how many sides, how many angles. You can go way into depth what colors were used. So a lot of math connections with the pattern blocks can be made with these cards. So there's a lot of different possibilities, again, can be used over and over and over again. So we did just spell STEM, but I have a bonus gift to look for your kids. This one I have had parents actually ask all the time, if I were to get a robot for my kid, what would you suggest? And there are lots of different robots out there. The one that I am showing is this Dash robot by Wonder Workshop. Dash is like the best out of his siblings, I think, or its siblings. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. But Dash is the blue guy with the head. It doesn't come off and it has wheels. So you do need to have a device to code it with. They just came out with how you can code it with a Chrome extension, so you don't necessarily need an iPad. That one's being more developed, so it's not as reliable as of right now, but you still can use it. So you do need to have a device and use the free apps it comes with, but the type of coding, there are lots of ways to have it drive and all of that, but I really like how it uses block coding, which is similar to Scratch. So he is super durable. I use these with my classes. You can use them second grade and up. They're very, very durable. They charge quickly. They're great when you have two people, to be honest, 2 or 3 people. I only have maybe 8 in my classroom, but that way one kid can code, one can be getting the robot, and then the other can be checking the code. So there's lots of different names for that. This guy I totally recommend. Another one, if you're like, whoa, that's too hard, I don't have a device, this isn't gonna pop up on the screen, but the Code and Go mouse, it's cheaper. If it's just for home, or if you just wanna try coding with younger students, there's little buttons on the top that you press. The mouse is a great place to start if you're not using it with a lot of kids. Like for me, I see over 100 kids a day. I don't recommend it for that many kids. I use B-Bots instead, same type of robot but more durable. But if you have like just one class or just for your own children, the Code and Go mouse is also another type of robot with even more simple coding that's not dragging the blocks. So I hope you enjoyed these holiday gift suggestions. Keep an eye out for them. If you are just tuning in, or you are like, wait, what were all of those ideas again? I have actually put together a holiday gift guide for you that have all of those ideas, but actually even more. So there are 3 more in each category. I even added an A for STEAM. So there is an art category. There's also a makerspace category as well. And so I have all of those listed for you. But not only that, I have those materials listed, and I also paired it with a resource of mine that they can connect with. So if you're interested in the Dash robot, here's a lesson that you can use with Dash. Or if you like this math material, here's a lesson that your kids would like as well. So I did a little pairing. You know, I love a good pairing. But I did a pairing with those real life materials and then also things that I've created, so you can mesh those together and know how to use those in your classroom or with your own children. So those can be found Of course, on my website, so you can go to naomimeredith.com/holiday gift guide, and I'll move that out of the way for you. Holiday 2020. So naomimeredith.com, holiday 2020. And then, of course, if you have any questions, you can definitely leave a comment. I will get back to you. Or you can find me on Instagram. It's at Naomi Meredith _. But I love giving suggestions. This is probably one of the topics I get asked the most is, what material would you use for this? What do you suggest I buy? So I might as well create a gift guide, because you could get some really great deals on Black Friday or either on Cyber Monday. So thank you so much again for tuning in for another episode of the STEMTech Co show. And I look forward to chatting with you again and for future episodes. I'll talk to you soon.